It's a Friday. It's a Friday.
Football Power Hour.
It's not just a Friday. It's a special Friday because we have the happy hour later, but also this weekend we are hosting Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. We're gonna preview the game like we always do for most Manchester United games, and I want to also pay some more respect to our you know dearly departed Kath Phillips. Already gave a little bit of a tribute in yesterday's stream, but I think the more like you see the respect and condolences from just different people, you get to see the kind of warm personality and motherly like touch that she had on a lot of the players and staff at Manchester United. So that sort of warmth exudes and into the rest of the Man United family, even around the world, even just me as a fan who is abroad, and I see the pictures that she was featured in with a lot of people, all the who's of Manchester United, especially under Sir Alex Ferguson's tenure. Like you literally see all of them and how they, you know, posed with a just this like dignity and spirit that like the saying a picture can tell more than 1,000 words. I'm butchering another saying. A picture is worth more than 1,000 words. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. But like this picture of Lady Kath, every time like you literally see from David Beckham to Gary Neville to Patrice Evra to Sir Alex Ferguson to the whole Manchester United team. Just like posing different pictures that have come from different events. And she was more than just somebody that sat at the reception. You can tell that she had a motherly touch that will forever be missed. So may she rest in peace and may her legacy live on. I think Ruben Amorim also was asked about this, and he gave such some good words of respect and honor to her. So you know it's always sad when somebody passes. So I just want to just share that and express my condolences to her family as well, her immediate family. Doctor in the building says she never missed a home game. That is true. That is true. She, ah, somebody that you can tell she's Man United through and through. So may she rest in peace. Big up to Yale also for saying R.I.P. Kath. Sad day at United. She took care of everyone. For real, for real. Anyway, let's get this preview started. I want to kindly remind you to hit the like button if you haven't. And yeah, let's talk about it. How are we feeling? Nottingham Forest. Are we gonna get lost in the forest? Or are we gonna do some deforestation?
Football Power Hour.
First things first, like I always do, I usually listen to every press conference, and I think this press conference was actually kind of all right. The main takeaway that I have that I want to share with you is the fact that Ruben Amorim says we're getting closer to an idea of what in his mind his best 11 is, because right now we only just have a selected 11, and it's a rotated 11, if you get what I'm saying. So and he gave his perspective of saying that him and the coaches are still learning about the players, about the way their ability to carry out instructions and the ability to also recover after games. And he gave the example of Manuel Ugarte, saying Ugarte sometimes needs a little bit more time to recover, and he compared him to Bruno and said, Bruno, we know he was very, very tired after the Arsenal game, but his recovery pattern is very different. So it'll be exciting to know once we're settled on Ruben Amorim 11, what that 11 is going to look like. So for now, I think we're just going to sort of predict the rotated 11 for Nottingham Forest. And while we're still on the conversation about the press conference, I think it's important to mention the other big point that I heard from Ruben Amorim saying right now the Man United fans wants to see effort because effort leads to winning games. And then if you win games, we want to see dominance. And then matter of fact, let me not paraphrase it. Let me just fast forward to the part of that um conversation and so that you hear from the horse's mouth. I think this question was asked by it was probably the best question of the press conference, honestly. Um Not because it was asked by Melissa Reddy. Shout out to Melissa Reddy, by the way. Um but it was one of the better questions from all the journalists. So, and big up to Beanie Man Sports for hooking us up with this. Matter of fact, I could do it from MUTV, but Beanie Man Sports is the plug for today. So let's
we are doing.
Is that the key to
No, not him. He rarely asks intelligent questions.
In the table.
Ruben? You make lots of
Not him either.
Ruben.
Hey, where is the question from Melissa Reddy?
Ruben, so
There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. There's two voices I'd love to hear: Doctor's voice and Melissa Reddy's voice. Big up to Joe Blackman in the building. Shout out to Starlord says we will win. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is the energy that I want on this Friday. So, Joe, stop telling us what you've been watching, sir. Pardon me. Exactly, Yali. Ask him what. Hey, everybody in this world got a fetish, and nobody's fetish is we shouldn't judge other people. Let's leave that there. All right, let's get back to Man United and leave fetishes alone. But let's listen to the question and the response.
many games for you already, very little time on the training pitches, but have you been impressed with how significantly United have improved out of possession? And is that then the foundation for you to build on?
I think that is a key point for us. And we have to understand our supporters. Just in 2 weeks, in 4 matches, you can understand that they just want to see effort. In the first moment, they just want to see effort. Then they want to win games. And after a while, with effort in winning games, they will want to see a very dominant team. And then this is the phases that we have to follow. This one is the easy one, is that effort, full sprint back, full sprint forward. And that is a key point for us. So our focus is a lot on that.
Let me run it back for Joe, because I know Joe did not hear this.
The foundation
He's thinking about other things
for you to build on.
I think that is a key point for us. And we have to understand our supporters. Just in 2 weeks, in 4 matches, you can understand that they just want to see effort. In the first moment, they just want to see effort. Then they want to win games. And after a while, with effort in winning games, they will want to see a very dominant team. And then this is the phases that we have.
Effort, winning, dominance, trophies. I think that's the stages that Ruben is alluding to here. And this is the path that we're on. We're still on the effort stage. And I really feel like one of those things where this should be a little signal for anybody that does not track back with effort. Like he even said it, you sprint forward, sprint backwards with the same amount of effort. And I really, really strongly believe that Ruben Amorim is watching a lot of these players and saying, if you give me less than what you're required to, you'll be on the chopping board. And that's how he's going to filter to find his best 11. So I am really, 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 really excited to talk about this and see how Ruben Amorim might line up versus a team like Nottingham Forest. And I consider them one of the dark horses for this Premier League, because nobody really focuses on them, and they do up that business. They've had just lately they had, I think, which team they beat Liverpool. I think they're the only team to beat Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, and in the Premier League this season. And just that form going into this fixture itself is actually not bad. Um, so this makes me wonder what kind of game we're gonna have at Old Trafford. Let's look at the last game that they played, was versus Man City. They lost 3-0 on Wednesday. And then prior to that, they beat Ipswich Town 1-0. They lost 3-0 to Nottingham Forest, and lost 3-1 to Newcastle. So, and then the 5 games ago they beat West Ham 3-0. So you can kind of feel like there'll be goals for sure. There'll be goals for sure. And if you have a red card, Nottingham Forest can smell blood and really go for it. So we need to not do what West Ham did, but we need to do what Arsenal did and what Man City did. If they can score 3-0, both of those teams can score 3-0. I think we can get a 1-0, 2-0 type of result at least, from this team. And I want to see a clean sheet, honestly, because one, we're at home. Two, our defense has been kind of impressive lately. We saw versus a team like Arsenal that has an identity under Arteta. We managed to really, really nullify them in open play. So Nottingham Forest are not necessarily known for their set piece goals from corner kicks, at least, but they still have some dangerous players. If we look at the team that they had versus Arsenal, just our front forward, it had the Nigerian brother Awoniyi, they have Anthony Elanga, and have Hudson Odoi, and those three players reek of pace. And personally, I expect us to be the team with the most possession, to be pinning them in their half. But if we lose the ball in a dangerous way, Elanga would punish us. There's nothing more than a former United player, or a player that feels like they should have been at Manchester United, really having the opportunity to prove to themselves and the world what they have in their skill set. So watch out for Hudson Odoi. Watch out for Anthony Elanga, especially Anthony Elanga, because rhythm is a dancer, and now, in terms of our head-to-head record, we beat Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup 1-0. So, and that was at the City ground. And in the Premier League, they beat us 2-1 last year, around December 30th, 2023. They beat us 2-1. And then prior to that, at Old Trafford, we beat them 3-2. So they can still score goals, this team. They can still score goals. Do not underestimate them. They're not going to be a walk in the forest. And prior to that 3-2 win at Old Trafford, we won 2-0 and also won 2-0 in the Premier League and Carabao Cup, respectively. So honestly speaking, I think we've had one banana slip. One banana slip in our last 5 games. And we better not pull a Liverpool and slip in the Forest. So I really, really, really feel they also have Chris Wood as well. And if we know Chris Wood, didn't he win Premier League Player of the Month in January? Because Bruno is Premier League Player of the Month in February. Come on. Where's my air horn? Respect to Bruno Fernandes for that. So Nottingham Forest is not a good team. Says Manchester is red, but they're not a Sunday League team. Do not underestimate them. Ask the Scousers. They'll tell you about that. All right. I'm going to put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to join in. We could give a score prediction, quick little lineup. This is a preview. I do not want to make this a long show because we also have the happy hour later. And I also want to make sure that during the happy hour, also we make time to catch up on the power predictions game because, the games are coming in thick and fast, and we need to make sure we stay up to date. Joe Isaacs says effort equals Ahmad. Ooh, I like it. Mazraoui, Ugarte, Delict, Onana, Malacia, and Martinez, to some extent, that's the most effort we have at the moment. Don't you think, Joe Isaacs, though, that Marcus Rashford has been showing a little effort. Don't you think? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Uh, big up to Ali in the building. Hey, welcome, Ali. Big up yourself. Hope your Friday is lovely. And yeah, and that you've had a good week. Ali says, you think he's close to knowing his best 11? That's what he said. He is getting closer and closer to it. So that excites me. I want to see. Hold on. I want to see what his best 11 is going to be. Get your mind out the gutter, doctor. We are doomed. This community is doomed. Good evening, bath time. It's afternoon for me. So big up to yourself, or good morning, wherever part of the world you are at. What is it with the dead jokes? Yeah, no, I'm really bad at dead jokes, but it's because there's people like Munge in this community that like dad jokes. So that's why I say them sometimes. Yale says, even if we lost to Arsenal, we are still 4 points away from top 4. We can do a massive jump if we manage to beat Forest. Yo, that would be so exciting. Let me say hello to, who's this? Nice? Niece? Who's this? Hello? Dog, isn't it? You just sniffing, buddy. Who is it? Oh gosh. Well, that's how that goes. Sorry, the connection is terrible. Let me talk. Big up to Starlord in the building. Shout out to Neil Driscoll. Happy Friday, fam. And let's see how my brother Mick Ruby is doing.
What was that for sniffer coming in and sniffing?
I don't know. That name is called Nice, and that connection is not nice.
Wait a minute. I gotta just turn off your TV here. I see double of us. Hang on a second. I'll be back.
Get out of here, Vic. What's up with the callers today? The sound is not sounding, Mick has the show on the background when calls in. Hello? I don't know.
Sometimes you can't see the forest from the tree.
Right.
You're playing Nottingham Forest, man.
Thanks, Vic. So yeah, man. One disaster after another. I'm glad you sorted out your connection. So anyway, how you doing?
No, it wasn't your connection. I was just having the stream on the big YouTube TV, and it started to kick on, and I can hear myself. I can hear you, and
there was too much of a loop, a vortex. Anyway,
it was.
Anyway, glad you're here. Let's talk, bro. How are you feeling about Nottingham Forest?
I'm not feeling anxious at all. I'm feeling quite positive. I think we're playing at Old Trafford. We should sort it out, in my opinion. It's a little bit confusing who's going to start because we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We can just go by, his rotational. He did a presser today. He said, I know who my best starting 11 is, but I'm just keen to see, how we will line up. Mm-hmm. I mean, one thing about, Forest is that they do tend to play a 3-4-3 sometimes, but a 4-3-2-1. Mm-hmm. So Nuna tends to switch it up. But what they're really good at is create a mid block and hit you on the counter with pace. Mm-hmm. But of course, I think they will sit back and they will just and soak up pressure and try to hit on the counter. With the Langa, he's a dancer. Langa is a dancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can feel it in the. But honest to God, I was not. I thought it was a Sunday game, so I was just a little bit shocked. What? Tomorrow game already? Right. So yeah. So thick and fast, man. Thick and fast. But like a whipped cream, But I feel quite positive. If you look at Arsenal, they were corner FC, seriously corner FC. Yes. And I did a little bit of a post-match reaction show. Is that your secret sauce, right? Mm-hmm. The sauce, the corners.
Mhm.
You might as well open a kebab shop, because every time you get a corner, you service their secret sauce. You know?
That is, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So in terms of like the front three, let's talk about that. Who would
Ooh,
do you think will
ooh.
be in the front three
Well,
tomorrow?
that's the headache. The defense and the midfield seems to bounce and gel together.
Mm,
However, the attack we've seen at Old Trafford, we are scoring a lot of goals. So away we didn't score, but I think it was just the way we were set up against Arsenal that didn't allow us to go to transition to attack,
mm.
because we were so focused on keeping the defensive shape. So when we did try to move forward, we got blocked. And so who will start up front?
Yeah.
Man, Hoyland played almost full 90 minutes. I don't think Hoyland would start. I think it would be let me see, Bruno in the number 10 together with I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Bruno, Xerxes, Rashford for some sneaky reason.
Bruno, Xerxes, Rashford. I, I feel like Xerxes helps us to take care of the ball better.
Yeah, it depends on
And
how you give him the ball,
exactly, that is also true. But because a team like Forest, as you said, like there'll be a mid block most likely, and we will have more possession of the ball. It does make sense to have Zexi in there, because like he helps link up other people. I have this wild theory. Well, maybe it's not that wild, but like it's like when we play Hoyland, we will he's a better striker than Xerxes in terms of goal output, but Xerxes will allow the rest of the team to score more. So it'll be interesting to see at the end of the season if we scored or if we won goals with a bigger margin when we had Xerxes playing, because I feel like that might be the case. Like more players will score more goals, and with Hoyland playing, even though we might win, it might just be like one margin type of wins.
But what do you think? I mean, Amad Diallo definitely is going to start. He's going to start. That's one play we know. Because Ugarte started, so I don't think Ugarte will start. We don't know if he's going to do the rotational thing.
I think he is. I think he's going to continue with the rotational thing. These guys played on Wednesday, Mick, and today is Friday. So they were resting Thursday, and today is recovery day. So you can expect them to just be up and running. A lot of them anyway, other than say Bruno and Mazraoui and De Ligt and Onana.
Strikers don't need to rest that much. I mean, they don't do much running in my opinion, right? It's more the midfield and the defensives that needs a little bit of a rest recover. We definitely will see Liche in the back line. We definitely see De Ligt probably, and Mazraoui as well. That's not going to change. I think that right wing back will be Amad Diallo, and of course Taral Malacia is not going to play. It's going to probably be Dego Dalot. Midfield, you might see Kobe Maino together with Casemiro.
Oh, finally! Come on! Yes, I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, with Cass, or if he's going to bend his principle just to keep Ugarte on and playing with with Kobe Maino. But the front, it's so hard for me to say.
Yeah.
Will he go with Rashford on top, which I don't think will work?
Yeah.
Or will he go with Xerxes? Or, I mean, my frustration regarding this now, I'm getting a little bit like, okay, all glory, rotation, but why are you starting the first half? You start your strongest team against Arsenal, because you want to score goals. I do understand that. Yeah, you got to defend.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to understand. Okay, how long is this experiment going to take place until you actually start your strongest attacking line? Because he said himself, it is the final third that we haven't had a chance to train.
Yeah.
Now, in order to have your potent attacking forward line, they need to, be consistent and playing games together all the time, right? So, I don't know, man. I'm starting to get a little bit like, I don't know. I can't guess it, but I want to see consistency, right? If Rasmus Højlund's going to be your prolific goal scorer, start him every game, because He doesn't have to run that much, right? It's the two number 10s that will do the hard work, like, in terms of pressing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think sure, I hear your point about strikers maybe not running much, but definitely the positions that you always have to make sure that you are refreshing is the wing backs. That one, no doubt about that. So I expect changes. Like I think the lineup, the front three that you said at the beginning of this conversation actually makes the most sense. Xerxes in there, you'd see Rashford in there, and you'd see maybe Bruno as the 10, since it's gonna be Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro in the midfield.
Okay,
and
here's a curveball. If he says he's doing everyone rotation, why is Bruno not being rested?
Because his recovery period is faster. That's what he just said in the press conference, though. It's like,
Yeah, but the youngsters is also like, faster recovery than the older players, so there shouldn't be a problem.
He's the one that's privy to this knowledge of like who's really, really ready, right? Because he sees them in the training pitch. So yeah, but I think all this will become clearer and clearer as time moves on, especially after this Forest game, because like the Man City game is around the corner as well, and we will know.
Yeah.
At the moment, he has to be picking his best 11. I think this game, Forest, it will be the rotated 11. But Man City will be the best 11. That's just my thoughts.
I think that we will beat them comfortable, in my opinion. I mean, they had a very good start of the season, but they had a little bit of a humble pie. The table is a false stone. If we then beat them, that means that we go up on 6th, I believe so. Edging closer and edging closer. And that's what I want to see, slowly grind results. Like, I'm totally accepted that we lost against Arsenal, because I know that I wanted to see progress. I want to see, like, how we're performing as a team. Let him cook, let him experiment, and let's win this couple of games, and then City, I mean, we can beat City, no problem at all. I mean, Amorim got the best out of Pep, like in the Champions League. So yeah,
sure. So, but what's your score prediction for Forest? I want to bring in other people. Big up, by the way, David. First time caller was just in the background. Please come back. I want to hear your voice if you're still listening to the show. But yeah, what's your score prediction, Mick?
I definitely think that we're going to concede. And the one that's going to do it is Alanga. 100%. I think it's going to be a 3-1 United. Maximum a 4-1 United. But we definitely is going to see some goals at home at Old Trafford. I mean, 2 games at home games with the Ruben Amorim, we've been scoring, I think it's 6 goals together. So it's just been the way that we were kind of parking the bus a bit. But yeah, tomorrow the shackles will be loose, and we're going to see a loose cannon. 3-1 United, I believe. What's yours?
Oh, mine is I'm seeing a clean sheet,
Either way. Onana?
Yeah, clean sheet, Onana.
How do you know? Have you spoken to Onana's wife? He said, Botswana, papi. Botswana, my brother, you're my African brother. I went to Tesco to buy Omo clean washing powder for my husband to clean sheets.
Oh my God, Mick with the accent. I love it. Big up yourself, Mick. 3-1. It was his prediction. I say 3-0. MUFC Realist TV family. Big up my broski. Let me hear from Bali Tech real quick. Have no fear, because Bali Tech is what?
Yeah. This is the Football Power Hour.
Yo, big up my bro. So how we feeling? Man United versus Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, we need to bounce back quickly after the other day's defeat. It was
corner kick match. Yes, that one.
It was hard. It was hard to take.
Yeah.
But this time, hopefully, we'll get some attacking football and we'll score a lot of goals to make up for it.
So what's the front three looking like, Bali Tech? Like, what do you think?
I'm going with Xerxes up top and Rashford in the 10 with Bruno, because I think for the last maybe...
My disappointment is immeasurable. and my day is ruined.
Not Rashford in the 10, bro. No! No! Where's that clip?
No, God!
Rashford, no. Who wants to see Rashford in the 10? Hell no. This guy. Like Rashford is you right? Exactly. Why? Why?
Yeah, the problem is I don't want to see. I know if Xerxes plays, I don't want to put Mount there because I don't think Mount is going to give you any goals. And I think when Xerxes plays off Rashford, they can link up. And sometimes when Xerxes drops into the false 9/10 role, then Rashford can run the other way. And
Okay. Interchange. All right. I see. I see the vision. My initial reaction was ill, brother. But okay, I see what you're saying. I see.
the reason why I've gone for that is because I've noticed that when we play the ball up to Hoyland, the ball doesn't stick there. It bounces off him. The guy's got like worse control than Lukaku with his Timberland boots, in my opinion. And people used to say, but how can Lukaku play up front, but the ball, like, he hasn't got a good touch? But I argue that Lukaku has a way better touch than Rasmus Højlund. The ball just bounces off the guy every single time almost.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a lethal finisher. But that ball bounces off him too much. And I believe Xerxes will look after the ball.
Wait, did you just say Lukaku is a lethal
people.
finisher?
Pardon?
Did you just say Lukaku? I understood.
No, Rasmus is a lethal finisher.
Okay, brother. Hey. You
I know he's a
spoiled my
lethal
fun.
finisher, but that's all, in my opinion, that is all he's bringing to the table. Maybe he can come on against a tired defense, and then he can score a few goals for us.
All right. Score prediction, my broski.
Score prediction, Nottingham Forest. I'm going with 3-0.
I love it. I love the clean sheet. Let's go. Bro, that's the energy. 3-0 settings. What is the professor thinking? Happy Friday, Professor.
Hear ye. The truth is back.
The professor.
Hear ye. The truth is here.
Yes.
To get straight into to bust everybody bubble real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not doing score prediction because again we are still in preseason. We are going to rotate again. You people are gonna get frustrated. People are gonna get upset. This is the issue of Ten Hag not being sacked, and that's Ineos' fault. That's all on Ineos. If they are sacked this man earlier, we'll not be here rotating left and right. We're gonna rotate again. We're gonna rotate till we get it right. We still haven't gotten it right yet. You see, I'm listening to.
No, you heard what Mick and I were talking about. I think by the time we play, like, say, like Man City, there has to be.
We still haven't gotten it right.
We play Forest, we play Victoria in Europa League, and then Man City. You surely should have a best.
We still haven't gotten it right. We still haven't gotten it right. Like, I don't know why people is like, oh, I want a result. I'm like, calm down. This is what happened last year with Ten Hag. You just want to win. No, this is not the year. Like, we are gonna do, like, for me, until Jared come, I don't know what we're doing because we need players in. You need a striker. You need, ain't no if and a buts about it. You need a striker. Because Xerxes has one set of skills, Holland have another set of skills. Bro, I need a player that combine both them set of skills. You need a striker with a combination of both them. Combination. I need a combination. It's like one gives me this. I'm like, yeah, but when it comes on, the other one gives me this. Like, no, I need a combination. We're still in preseason. We're still gonna rotate. We are still rotating. This is, I know people are like, oh, because people want to win now. They don't care. They don't care about how we play. This is one result, and it's not gonna happen like that. This manager, listen, and this manager is Portuguese. He told you straight up, like, I'm gonna rotate player. I'm the system still haven't figured out. All these people have been playing for the back for so long. For the back for 2-3 years, 1 years. Now they're playing. They're learning to the back. They're learning how to pass off from the back. They're learning how to pass to the midfield. Now they have to learn to pass to the number 10. They have to learn to pass on number 10. Oh, now that's not going long. What's the last time Nana went long? We are
I
still
don't
listen.
remember. Yeah.
We are still we are still learning things. And people like jump like give me the win, give me. No, you will not get the win. We are
Okay.
still practicing things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We are still practicing things. Like the way we play is like 20% of what Armin wants to do. 20%.
I
We
hear
know
it. I hear the message.
we know Ahmad is a better 10 than a wing back, but he
Yeah.
has to play that wing back because we don't have enough center back. Mazara is our best wing back, but he has to play center back because we have another center back.
Okay.
Like, listen, we are still in shambles. Like, there are players that are like, I'm looking at Bruno, I'm like, sir, your time is, the door is knocking. I'm the Nacho, the door is knocking. Because, listen, there are certain players in the system is not working. And again, the manager's rotating. Who do you think will play?
Bullshit.
I think Bruno is working, sir. I respect this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And the
I'm not,
manager has big plans for Bruno.
Papi, I'm not going back and forth with you. Who do you think is going to play this game?
So I said it is Xerxes, Rashi, what's his name? Bruno. That's the front three. There is
Yes.
Menino. There is Casemiro. That's the middle. And then there's Mazraoui on the. I think Mazraoui will probably be like right center back again. Well, Lenny Euro. The stage is set for Lenny Euro actually, for right center back. So right wing back should be Mazraoui, and then there'll be De Ligt. There will be Maguire. He said something about Johnny Evans not being ready yet, but Lindelof will be ready after, I think, next game. So not this one. So versus Victoria. So I think the left wing back is the one that's still a question mark. And Malacia.
Papi, do you know what you just did?
What?
You just mentioned rotation. You just mentioned rotation. And you know who else is going to play that dimension? Anthony Dos Santos. Anthony will play because, again, last 2 games, he has come off the bench.
That's
this
true.
Is the game where he's supposed to start.
He's the one that's missing in the way. Yes.
If Anthony doesn't play,
but Ahmad has to play also, though. Ahmad has to play. Did Ahmad really start versus Arsenal? No.
No, he didn't start. He came off the bench. So, Anthony also came off the bench.
So maybe we might see Anthony at left wing back.
You see option galore. And you know the one player that hasn't played yet? Christian Eriksen. Listen, that man.
We have no time for a cone. We want people that put effort. No, Professor, no.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Doctor.
Hi, how are you?
Do you see Christian Eriksen fitting in this lineup at all?
For tomorrow?
Yeah.
No. But it won't surprise me if he plays.
Huh?
I don't know if you get. I don't know. Let me explain. Aside from so our midfield right now it's Kobe, Casemiro, Ugarte, and sometimes Bruno drops back, right? And Eriksen.
Yes.
4 of the 5 have played recently. He's going to want Eriksen to play. For rotation and quotation.
He doesn't press. Like you heard him in the press conference. He says he wants effort.
Yes.
Maximum. Like
yes.
Sure,
I know.
Good at the ball. Sure, he's technically okay, but he does not press.
I agree with you, but he's going to at least come on as a sub or something like that.
Has he actually even played at all ever since Ruben Amorim came?
Yes, he has once. I think so. It has to be like Bodo Glimt or something like that, or Chelsea.
I'm struggling.
It was one of those 1-2. He came. If he did, he came on for like 10-15 minutes. And Ruben doesn't seem like the kind of guy to not let anyone play at all. Even Anthony has come on and played minutes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Professor says that.
and he's been saying,
Go ahead,
pardon?
lend your point, and then Professor will lend his point because
He's
he
been
says I cut him off.
Listen, I
prematurely.
was
Go ahead.
listen. Just to wrap it up, I was gonna say Ericsson hasn't played for this manager, and that just showed to me like, yo, the manager is like, yo, Ericsson, you don't fit to my plan. That's what it tells me. But then again, we'll know. We're still in preseason, like I said. I'm dropping.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. The plane landed. Big up, Professor. All right. So okay. What? 1-1 against Ipswich. Thank you, Yale, for that reminder.
see,
But yeah,
he's gonna get them to play. He's gonna get him to play.
like
And
he has no
it-
future
it's-
at the club. But I hear you. I hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you know, we all knew Ericsson,
Yeah.
Ericsson, Lindelof, because Lindelof is out injured again somehow, some way, something like that. There's some people that we all knew are gonna go first. Ericsson is one of them. Unfortunately, I love him, but he has to go. Lindelof and then Shaw. Those three we knew straight up. So, but out of those three, I trust Ericsson more out of the other two because he can bring at least something to the table.
Got you. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. Can you please let us know your front three and score prediction after?
Oh, my front three, that's difficult. You know, I know my score is it's gonna be like a 3-1, 3-2 kind of situation because Nottingham Forest has always had our number.
Yes.
Especially Anthony Elanga. Now let me talk straight to Anthony. I know you played for United, yeah. You and Danny Welbeck. Oh my God, I have gone to get just because you play for it doesn't mean every time you come and meet us, you have to show that yes, I have to show my former friends something. What really?
He's gonna have that extra motivation,
Yeah, I'm showing them. And let me show them. Yeah, I left United, so yeah, I can ball. If you really think we're gonna hold you back, no, we're not. So you can do all of that, But it's gonna be 3-2, 3-1, 3-2.
3-2.
Elanga is gonna score because we don't know. It's like Danny Welbeck.
Don't not put it into existence. Hi. Why are you doing this to me, Doctor? Please don't ruin the Friday. Young puppy. Bro, you there? Young puppy. Testing 1, 2. Well, that was that. Doctor, please do not put it into the universe.
Okay, no, I take it back. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I was a little bit angry. I'm taking it back.
But you have a point is that like Man United rejects, they really go the extra mile. So we have to be careful of that. We have to also be careful of Chris Wood when he gets put in.
Yes.
That, like we don't like let him embarrass us because we know aerially we're lacking right now. Like we just couldn't defend against Arsenal. So anyway, Doctor, no take back Salah. Says Popo. All right. It's your fault, Doctor. We're gonna come here and make sure you get it because you put it into existence.
No, I'm gonna pray over it and it won't come into existence again.
Better pray it doesn't happen. Anyway, I appreciate you. Thank you.
My front three. Let me say my front three real quick.
Okay.
My front three is
Xerxes.
Yeah, Xerxes. That's like you. I think I'm mad and no, I'm not played before. Xerxes, Rashford.
Rashford start last game. Yep.
And Hoyland. No, sorry. No, Hoyland will come on as a sub. Who's the third person?
Dr. Indecisive.
Yeah, you know what? I just know Xerxes and Rashford will come on. That's it.
All right. that was not even a front three. Doctor's too indecisive, but I respect that. If we see Ahmad up like in one of the 10 positions, that would be smart. That would be nice because Anthony then again can take left wing back. But yeah, Paul. Everybody in today's conversations was saying Xerxes should start. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing him start pad. Hopefully he can start pad versus Forest. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Joe Isaac says, I wouldn't mind seeing Anthony start the way Ahmad had been disrespecting the opposition. I fear someone might size him down tomorrow, making him risk missing the Man City game. Ooh, that is wild. That is wild, Joe. Thank you to Manchester is Red for subscribing. Manchester said, okay, I subscribe. And thank you for tuning in and for hitting the like button. How many likes we got? 22 likes. All right. All right. That's more like it. I appreciate you guys so much. And don't forget, the happy hour is on later. Peace.
Football Power Hour!